meaningless like a fine wine. Today on Fortitude through Stoicism, and this is my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. The countdown has began, only 7 days to go. The quote today by Seneca. You know what wine and liquor taste like, so it makes no difference whether 100 or 1,000 bottles have passed through your bladder. You are nothing more than a filter. Coming from a former alcoholic, I get the analogy. You've had one sip, you've had them all. So we have another contemptuous expression from Seneca, who, given his reputation, remember he's one of the richest men in Rome, and he had a reputation for opulence. And he definitely enjoyed a nice drink from time to time. His point will probably rattle anyone whom success in adulthood has turned them into like a wine snob or a techie or a foodie or any of these other things, right? As fun and exciting as, and I'm guilty a little bit. I mean, I love my tech, I do. And I have 2 iPads with magnetic keyboards. I have 2 iPhone 16Ss. I mean, I have AI in everything that I do. I'm definitely a techie, but it's not about pleasure. So I'm just going to continue. This is Ryan Holiday. You don't get a prize at the end of your life for having consumed more, worked more, spent more, collected more than anyone else. You are just a conduit, a vessel that temporarily held or interacted with those fancy items. So if you find yourself lusting over them, meditation might help reduce their luster. So I don't really, and again, I talk about this all the time, I don't struggle with this, but I will tell you a story. I was walking through the airport the other day, and I'm someone that notices beautiful things. Beautiful women, beautiful men, beautiful cars, beautiful dogs. Like, I just love beautiful flowers. I love beauty. And again, it's my perception, right? So eye of the beholder. But this gentleman was walking towards me, and he was a black guy, a little bit older, probably a little bit older than me, close. But man, he was really put together. Looked really, really, really nice. You know, everything. I thought to myself, man, that guy looks really good. And then I was thinking to myself, like, man, I wonder what his closet looks like. To have that amazing outfit just kind of strolling through the airport, and here I am. And when I travel, I wear my athletic gear. I'm in Under Armour shit because I'm comfortable, right? And I thought, man, maybe, right? Here we go. External sources, right? I'm like, maybe I should dress like that guy and, you know, look put together like him. And I started thinking about my closet. I'm like, man, my closet is very functional. It really is. I mean, I have my work suits, and I have my A week, B week, and I have like my casual, well, my, not casual, but my, not work, nice suits, right? But I mean, I really have my A and B week, and then I have my black stuff, right, for me. And same thing with my casual clothes. I have my on-road stuff, and I have my stuff when I go home. I really have like 2 sets of clothes. I just swap out weekly. I don't have excess. I don't have anything nice that I casually put on because, quite honestly, I don't really do anything in my downtime. I mean, I throw on my Tampa clothes, I call it, a pair of shorts and a collared, I don't know, loose Tampa shirt. I don't know, it's like a beach shirt. So I was thinking to myself, like, man, it would take a lot of work for me. Spend all that money, go shopping. First, think about what I want to wear. And I'm like, the decision fatigue already, I'm like, it's a lot. And then I'm like, why? Then I ask myself, why? I'm like, why do you want to look like that? I'm like, yeah, it looks amazing. But I wouldn't be comfortable. Because I know he's wearing beautiful dress shoes. And I know the first thing I want to do is take my, my stuff off my feet so I can be comfortable walking through, I do 12,000 steps a day. I don't want to be in dress shoes. And I'm thinking, man, I'm a muscular man. I have a frame. I'm thinking to myself, man, I don't want to sit on a plane dressed like that. It's not going to be comfortable. The first thing I do is get out of my suit. So I'm thinking to myself, meaningless, like a fine wine. Like I have nice shoes, I wear nice shoes, but again, he looked beautiful. And so what I'm going to take from that moment is I enjoyed looking at that beautiful man. No, I'm not gay. Fucking ex-wife. No, I'm not gay. God damn it. But again, he was a beautiful man. He took care of himself. He presented himself in such a way, right? And so I lived in that moment, and I realized, just going through that series of stuff in my head, I was immediately comparing to myself outside my control. I was looking at external sources, and I said, wait a minute. Let me reel that back in. You're a Stoic, right? It doesn't matter what other people think, because I wear my athletic wear so that I'm functional. I can move quickly. I'm agile. I'm climbing out of planes. I'm moving my stuff. I'm doing this. I want to be comfortable, right? I don't want to be all stuffed in the damn suit. I got to do that shit to go see my clients. So again, I went a little bit off topic here, but I wanted to point out that, like, these excesses, what is it doing, right? And I thought to myself, I go to my gym when I'm in Tampa on the weekends, and I always have a different car because I have a different rental. But it's like a goddamn, it's like a car show in there, Everyone brings in their Ferraris and their Porsches and their McLarens, all the M's and all the things, right? All the beautiful things that are really expensive. And I'm just looking around like, man, look at all this stuff. Why? I ask myself, why? It just doesn't make sense to me. Fun to drive, sure. But that's why I kind of like renting, because like, I don't know if I want to own that kind of hot mess, right? I mean, think about the insurance, the cost, the maintenance, the upkeep. Fuck, you got to always keep it garage. So I'm like, man, that's a lot. For what? Is it the experience? Because once you've driven it once, like we're talking about here, like that glass of wine, you're merely just a steward of that thing. So that's why I like to live my life for these experiences, because once I've done it, I've checked the box. I have that lesson. Now, if I really, 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 really like it, I'm sure I can do it again, but there's no need for me to buy into that and then be a slave to that forever. So Stoicism is in alignment with my frugality, but really it taught me the why behind the what, right? I knew why I was frugal because it didn't make sense to me. But then looking at why everyone else does it, and it's a dick measuring contest. These guys and all the fancy cars want to park as close as they can to the door so everyone can see their cars, right? You don't see anyone parking their shit over in the corner when it's all beautiful, Meaningless. It's meaningless. It's meaningless to me. And listen, I can't say that I'll never own something beautiful. I mean, it might be a tax write-off. Who the fuck knows? But, I gotta tell you, you don't get a prize at the end of your life, for the shiny things. You really don't. And I'm not so sure you get a prize during your life for the shiny things. Because in my experience, the shiny things are a lot of headaches, a lot of cost. And they don't give you the thing that you're really, really, truly looking for, in my experience. So whether it is women, whether it is things, whether it is whatever, it's not about that. And again, this hedge fund project is really progressing. I was having some conversations with some people, and some people that know me closely. And they know how driven I am, but they also know my adversity to money. And, they asked me why I was so ambitious on my goal. And they asked me, what are you going to do with the money? Me? You're going to fucking give it away. That's what I'm going to do. But for me, it's not about the money. It's about the experience. It's about setting a challenge for myself. It's about empowerment. it's about empowerment. And here's why, right? I'm going to leave you with this because this is what's on my brain lately. I have a very unique skill set, and it'd be very, very selfish for me to hoard that, right? And I was thinking about this because we're getting ready to launch the hedge fund, and we're doing a 1-year incubator phase where it's friends and family. So I got a window where I can let friends and family, and then there's a lockout period. And after that, it's only going to be institutional and accredited investors. Like, that's it. So like, and I thought about not doing this, but then I realized that there's a lot of people in my life that I have the ability to truly elevate. I mean, wealth creation that they'll never have access to, right? They never have access to this kind of stuff. I mean, fuck, I don't know anybody who actually invests in hedge funds, right? And I know a lot of, well, actually I know a couple, that's not true. But I mean, again, it's not like your normal people you hang out with. Like, this is a very select crowd that has access to these kind of financial instruments that produce these kind of returns. Stay with me here, right? So for me, it's not about making the money. It's about using my skills to empower other people, right? To give them a life. And then my benefit, selfishly, I want to give it away and do philanthropy, right? Don't cut the fucking trees down and leave alone my goddamn animals, right? Like, if that's my little mark on this world for this brief second of existence that I'm here, I feel like I had my impact, right? So men, especially, as I've learned, men especially, as they start to crest this age that I'm in, this 50-year mark, they start thinking about their legacy. Because I remember, I work with a lot of business owners. Every other day I'm with another business owner. All these guys always think about their legacy. Their legacy. And it's different for every single person. Sometimes it involves family. Sometimes it's their name. Sometimes it's an action. Sometimes it's the way they talk. It's a lot of different things. For me, I don't give a shit about my name. Fuck, my kids gave it away. Right? Like, I don't care. Me, I don't even call myself that. I don't even let people use my name most of the time. It's not about my kids because my kids have elected not to be in my life. I love them. I respect them. My arms are always open and welcome to them. So it's not about carrying on anything like that. But for me, I feel a connection to nature. I feel a connection to animals. And so for me, if my impact in the world can be to help one, save one, make one's life better, that was my purpose. And I'm running short on time, so on that, we got 7 days to go, and it's shower time.